And welcome back everyone to Let's Play Broken Sword not Shadow of the Templars, Broken Sword The Smoking Mirror Remastered. And we are going to continue on from where we left off last time. And I've got my cat in my room with me, so she's going to be obviously laying on my lap. But I'm just going to move things so my volume rocker doesn't get disturbed by her. No, you can't go on the desk. No. And you're distracting me from my game. But you can sit on me. There we go. Go on. Sit. See, you keep getting it caught round your leg. Oh, stop panicking. That's better. Okay, so let's continue.
Excuse me? Huh? Who's there? Hello?
It's quite funny when you think about it. Yeah, got my cat sitting on my lap. Give me a big purr. Okay, so let's go and talk to the guy again, shall we?
You dropped your beer bottle.
Not me, pal.
Yes, you did. I saw you drop it right in the sea. Don't you know better than to dump your trash in the ocean?
I don't see no fish complaining.
See you later.
Yeah, he doesn't really care that he drops crap. So we'll save the game. And we'll go and try and get this hat off the chimney.
The chimney was a metal pipe which disappeared into the wall. On top of the pipe rested a cone.
Ouch! That's hot.
Oh no, I'd learned my lesson.
So you can't get it off, but so what you do...
It was the beer bottle that slob of a watchman had dumped in the sea, now half full of filthy dock water. The label read, "Surge, the beer that clears your head." The bottle was half filled with water. Maybe it would cool the cone down enough to touch it.
But we're not going to take it off just yet. If you wait a short time, I think it actually heats up enough so you get burnt again.
Stay away from that fence, asshole.
The chimney was a metal pipe which disappeared into the wall. On top of the pipe rested a cone.
Ouch! That's hot.
It actually worked. As if.
The bottle was half filled with water. Maybe it would cool the cone down enough to touch it. Now I could see into the pipe which formed the chimney. That chimney looked very exposed without its cone. The chimney was a metal pipe which disappeared into the wall. I decided to keep the cone. You never know when a cone may come in useful.
Okay, so
It was the empty beer bottle which that slob of a watchman had dumped in the sea.
Let's go and see if we can talk to him again.
Do you recognize this metal cone?
Say, that's just like the Tin Man wore. You know, the Wizard of Oz.
I'd have never taken you for a fan of Dorothy and Toto.
That dumb kid? She ruined the whole damn thing for me, all that singing and stuff. Anyhow, she wasn't even a real kid. They stuffed her in a corset so her titties didn't show.
See you later.
Well, that's a good bit of information about the film, isn't it? So we need to get him out the hut so we can actually get in. So if you go and do this, something interesting happens.
The bottle had blocked the chimney, and the hut was filling up with smoke. The chimney was a metal pipe which disappeared into the wall. That chimney looked very exposed without its cone. It was the night watchman. It was 20, the watchman's crazy guard dog. Hey, 20.
Hey, don't hit the dog.
Hey, 20. I couldn't climb the fence while the watchman was looking.
Yeah, damn right you can't.
Is something wrong?
Something wrong? I nearly choked to death.
Why don't you get some air? Take a long walk along the pier. I could stay here and watch the gate.
Oh no, you'd be through that gate as soon as my back was turned.
With that crazy dog around? Someday I hope to have kids. Are you sure you'll be all right?
Yeah, the smoke is clearing already.
Are you sure you'll be all right?
Yeah, the smoke is clearing already.
Right, okay, so now he's out the way, we can actually get into his hut. So let's go and climb up. Yeah, every time you come down here, the dog will come and bloody harangue you or harass you. So we're now inside the hut.
It was a large bucket filled with coal. It was the watchman's overcoat. I wouldn't have considered wearing it if it had been the last coat on Earth. It was a filthy, stained coffee mug. That mug was a health risk. I decided
Right.
to leave it where it was.
This stove over here, this is one bit that absolutely makes me laugh my head off.
It was an old iron stove, which heated the hut and the watchman's
But
dinner.
there's a small little problem here. If you're in front of a stove like that, now I know for one I wouldn't do this, but this guy does. If you tell him to touch it, this is what I find very funny.
Yow!
Stove equals heat, heat equals burn, burn equals excruciating
Now-
pain.
I'll just show you that one more time. Now, I'm no, I'm not an expert or anything, but I do know one thing, that heat produces enough, if you touch something that's hot, you're going to get yourself burnt. So surely he would have said before he touches it, no, it's too hot, but he doesn't. He openly touches it. On the hottest part as well.
Yow!
Stove equals heat, heat equals burn, burn equals excruciating pain. Oh no.
I want to try
I've learned
something.
my lesson.
I've never done this before, but I just want to try it and see what happens.
I wasn't convinced that was the right thing to do. Wrong, wrong, wrong. That was no good. It was a box of blank forms. Yow! Stove equals heat, heat equals burn, burn equals excruciating pain. Someone had once told me a piece of coal brought you luck. Who was I to argue with irrational superstition?
Okay, so let's try leaving the hut, shall we?
Wrong.
See if we can venture on and look for Nico.
What the hell do you think you're doing? Get the hell out of here.
Okay. Just hold on to that dog.
Yes, a very angry watchman who won't let you anywhere near the outside. So just test his patience a bit and you get some funny conversations.
Hey, you wanna end up as dog dirt?
Now, there's an option I'd never truly considered before.
Down, boy! Down!
One piece of dirty coal is quite enough. Oh no, I'd learned my lesson. The saucepan was 3/4 full of baked beans. Baked beans in ketchup.
Now,
Baked beans
so I've just thought of
ketchup.
something that I've never actually done before. Let's see if you can do this.
No. No. No.
This is what you want.
The packet was full of dog biscuits.
Okay, so we've done all we need to do.
The box contained nothing but blank forms. It was a
Let's
box
leave.
of blank forms. The platform was held up by a hinged bracket. I couldn't figure out what it was for. Maybe it was part of a structure which no longer existed. My arms weren't long enough to reach the platform. It was a platform which could be raised or lowered. My arms weren't long enough to reach the platform. The guard dog was staring at me with a hungry look in his eyes. Hey, 20. It was the box of biscuits I'd taken from the watchman's hut. Gourmet dog. The snack your dog would bake himself. Sure, as if I'd let a stupid dog loose in the kitchen. There was a cute picture of a boxer dog wearing oven mittens.
Hey, 20. Come and get it, boy.
Right, use the hook on the platform.
I felt a slight twinge of conscience as I prepared to give the dog a dunking. It soon passed. As I'd expected, the dog could swim like a... well, like a dog.
So let's leave. And we'll go back upstairs and talk to the watchman one more time, and then we'll head over the fence.
The watchman wasn't going to let me near the papers.
Hi there.
What you want? And what's the big idea of busting into my office?
I hope you don't mind, but
Stay out of here, you hear? Otherwise the dog gets an early breakfast.
I wouldn't want him to change his eating habits on my account. Besides, I have brittle bones. He might choke. What's the problem with the stove?
I don't know. Damn flue seems to be blocked.
Maybe some bird built a nest in the chimney.
Huh?
A gull, maybe, or an albatross.
Albatross my ass. That chimney's too hot. What's wrong with your hand?
In my hand? Oh, friction burns.
Friction burns?
Yeah, I slid down a rope.
You don't want to make a habit of that, pal.
Let me in, and I'll give you this lump of coal.
I got plenty of coal already. You always carry it around in your pocket?
I heard it was lucky.
Superstitious crap. I got a whole bucket of it in here, and it ain't brought me
Right,
no luck.
okay.
See you
I
later.
will join you as we venture forward over the fence. But just before I leave you, I'm just going to show you something quite funny. Remember this padlock?
The gates were fastened with a heavy-duty padlock. Breaking steel padlocks.
Of course,
with
you
my
can't do
bare hands
anything,
was a feat
but
I'd never
try
mastered.
using the dart.
I decided I would not be able to pick a 5-barrel hardened steel heavy-duty
He won't even
padlock
try,
with a
but
dart.
there you go. Right, I will rejoin you as soon as I will rejoin you, so stay there. I'll be right back.